Today's video is sponsored by Swag Kings. It is a sneaker cleaning kit that you guys can purchase in the first link in the description below. Also use code TIMELESS for 10% off your purchase. What's going on, guys? It's Dill here from Timeless and welcome to another video. So before this video does start, I want to let you guys know that this is a sponsored video by Swag Kings. They honestly hooked me up in this video with their premium shoe care kit to show you guys what it can do. But before I do start in this video, I do want to let you know this is an unbiased opinion no matter what connection or how much I'm actually working with them. If the product is good or bad, which you will have to find out by the end of the video. They did originally send me the package of their shoe cleaning kit, and overall, as you guys can see, all the materials in this collection are super nice, super premium, and honestly I think it's a great looking package. So now to get into the actual specifics, these are all natural products that clean and condition your sneakers, and they're safe to use on leather, suede, nubuck, canvas, vinyl, nylon, cotton, mesh, and more, including prime knit. Now the biggest thing that I have to mention about this cleaning kit that I love above every single one, and the reason why I'm making today's video and the reason why I wanted to work with these guys, is because this cleaning kit does not need water. You don't need water to mix with any solution. You don't need to put it in a bowl, a cup, or anything. The actual mechanism in which you utilize this cleaning product is using the brush, the towel, and the actual foam cleaning solution in unison with one another with no water whatsoever. Now what I love about this so much is because the brush is a very nice suede-like brush that allows you to not, rip up your prime knit or anything like that. The actual materials are super good for prime knit, and that's why I'm going to be using a pair of Yeezys for today's video. But they also sent a microfiber towel. And to get back on the actual point of why I love the product so much after using it in today's video is the fact that you don't need water, but on top of that, instead of having to lather it up and actually mix the water and lather it up so it actually gets bubbly on the sneaker itself, it already comes out like a foam-like material. So on top of your sneakers, on top of the prime knit, it's already built to seep in there, get really deep, and pull out that dirt, which you guys will see later in today's video. So looking at the overall branding of the actual product itself, it is just a regular tube, and honestly it has so much material inside of there, so much formula that allows you to actually have a bunch of sprays. And the best thing, you don't need anything besides the spray bottle and a brush to take it around with you in the one packet kit and be able to clean your sneakers wherever you go. So now getting into the 50 V2 in the semi-frozen colorway. As you guys can see, this is the original untouched. They are one of my friend's pairs, so they definitely better get clean. But as you guys can see, it's original, it's completely intact, and this is what it's going to look like before I completely demolish them. So what I decided to do is, it got really cold out recently, so the snow actually fell, so I decided to take these into the woods, into their natural frozen environment, and take them somewhere where I knew they would find their happy place. So walking around the woods, I was just, deciding the snow is not really doing too much for me, so I decided to go farther into the woods. As I was walking in the snow, I realized the snow isn't doing anything to me. It's just wetting the sneakers and making my toes absolutely frozen, and it kind of matched the scenery and the colorway of the sneakers. And personally, it was kind of funny wearing a pair of semi-frozens in the absolute 0 degrees temperatures. So get ready for what I did to these sneakers. As you guys can see, there is a huge mud pit, tons of ice right in front of me, and I completely jumped inside of it. Now as you guys can see, the mud is completely seeping into the actual Yeezys itself because the prime knit actually goes that deep. It's such open holes that actually allows for all that mud and dirt and everything, and you will see in a second I also kick more off to the side to try to get more heavy dirt into the actual sneaker itself. Very similar to the test that I did with the RESHOEVN8R. I'm doing a very similar test, if not worse, because it was mud and gross and a bunch of nasty stuff. As you guys can see, I wore a pair of white pants on purpose so you guys could see the amount of dirt and mud that was seeping inside of these sneakers. Now to get to the fun part, we have to start cleaning these. Now, the main thing I do want to mention is this is with every single cleaning product. The first thing you want to do if you walk through mud or you have a super disgusting pair of sneakers, just like the one that I have, the very first thing you guys remember to wash them off with water. There's nothing better for your sneakers than getting out the big clumpy stuff, all that nasty stuff at the bottom of the sneaker, than water. Just run it under a bath for like 5 minutes. Make sure you get all the nasty stuff that's really, and then you can move into the deeper cleaning. This sneaker got absolutely destroyed, so at this point I was thinking there was no hope for anything cleaning these pairs of sneakers. Now, moving into the actual cleaning process of these sneakers, the main thing I wanted to do was actually take off the laces, and the reason behind this is because I wanted to get every ounce of the prime knit. When you wet your sneakers, get them in the mud, when you cover them stuff, you're not going to be able to get underneath the laces, or the actual underneath of the laces themselves are still covered in mud, so you have to clean those separately. So what I decided to do was squirt a little bit of foam afterwards, after I took these laces out, into a bowl, put them in there, let them soak, and then I just squeegee them out, rub them in my hands, almost like I'm washing my hands, and that basically cleaned them completely out. And this is the part where I got super excited. After removing the laces and getting into the actual cleaning part of this process, I completely, took out as much, mud, dirt, and as much thick stuff that was really inside the actual prime knit, and now it was time to test out the product. So as you guys can see, there's so much residue left in the actual sneakers themselves that I have to get out, but it's super deep inside of there. I used hot water, I tried to clean it out as much as possible, but it wouldn't actually seep through. So that's where this product comes in. Like I said originally, there is no water needed. All you need is the brush, towel, and the actual product itself. Put it in the description below to this actual kit, and you can get 10% off right now for using code TIMELESS, no spaces. So now I'm just taking the suede brush and rubbing it all over the actual prime knit itself, and you're gonna see in a second how clean it actually gets the uppers of these sneakers. I was surprised as to how foamy it actually got. It sank deep below the actual prime knit, and it picked up as soon as I pulled it back with the cloth, and it was allowing for a super deep clean. So now I'm just gonna do one side of the actual sneaker itself, just so you guys can see the side-to-side comparison on one sneaker only, and you can see the difference between when I did clean it and when I didn't clean it. Another thing that I realized in the middle of actually cleaning these sneakers is that this product doesn't have a chemically smell. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't even have that much of a scent at all. If anything, it just smells pretty neutral like soap, so it won't make your sneakers smell like chemicals. It won't do anything to your sneakers, and none of the soap made my sneakers bleed colors. So these are actually yellow and blue. None of the colors bled at all. They stayed consistent throughout the entire time, and when I was actually cleaning the sneakers themselves, I could see the dirt coming up and inside the actual foam, which I thought was really cool to look at, especially because I wasn't completely sure that without water how deep it would be able to sink. I know the shoes were damp as it was from me cleaning them, but the fact that I wasn't using water, didn't have to consistently keep dipping it in formula or any product or anything, all I had was the cloth and the actual product, so it was super effective in cleaning my sneaker. As you guys can see, it turned out super nice. It looks really good, and the overall sneaker itself definitely turned out to look very similar than it did in the original one. Now, the main thing I did notice is that when they're wet, it's a little bit darker, the actual prime knit itself. So as soon as I left these sneakers to dry, as you guys can see, they definitely turned out to look a lot better. Once they dried up and the actual stuff soaked into them, I cleaned them over a couple times, finished up on the other sneaker, and I was honestly so happy with the results. As you guys can see, it nearly looks identical to the dead stock original pair that I had in the beginning, with a couple deep-rooted stains in the front of the actual toe box, but other than that, the entire sneaker was completely clean. I didn't see a single spot, not even on the outside of the sneaker. It seeped into the actual underneath. Everywhere was completely clean. It completely took out any dirt from the boost, underneath, and the gum outsoles, and the sneakers looked absolutely beautiful. So once again, if you guys are interested in picking up a pack of this cleaning system, remember to go to the first link in the description and use code TIMELESS to show me some love. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy today's video or learn anything from it, remember to leave a like and subscribe. Also click the post notification buttons, get a post notification on every time I upload, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.